a film whose subject is resonating on the streets of Kashmir. Rahul Dholakia's Lamhaa releases this Friday.
Yes, the filmmaker hasn't been new to controversial subjects. Remember, Parzania shooting of Lamhaa was disrupted several times. The Jammu and Kashmir government has cancelled its premiere in Srinagar, and now the film has been banned in the Middle East. The film stars Bipasha Basu, Kunal Kapoor and Anupam Kher, and is based on the violence, unrest and terrorism in Kashmir. Lamhaa is Rahul Dholakia's second film. His last, Parzania, was based on the 2002 Gujarat riots, was also banned in Gujarat following its release. Yes, with us tonight, the director and cast of Lamhaa. We are happy to be joined by Bipasha Basu, Kunal Kapoor and director Rahul Dholakia. Thanks very much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Bipasha, I'm going to start with you. You'll have to agree that everyone's a little surprised that the director actually offered you the role of a Kashmiri girl. There is an element of surprise, isn't there?
Well, in one line when they told me that this is a story about Kashmir and we want you to play a Kashmiri girl, I was quite surprised, pleasantly, because I look like a stamped Bengali girl. And but once, I went through the story, the character of Aziza, and also Rahul showed me a lot of documentation, a lot of women who are like Aziza, working in Kashmir. When I saw all of it, I realized that I could be Aziza, and with Rahul's guidance.
Right, so you did your research, but what's Aziza like? What's her character all about?
Well, Aziza has been brought up by a separatist leader, Haji Baba, and she has been brought up with whatever ideology she believes is right. She's a fiery girl. She's not like, the quintessential Kashmiri girl that we used to show in films, who's delicate and fragile. She is fiery. She works for a cause. She works for the people in the valley. And she believes in what, she's been brought up with.
Sure. Rahul, coming on this one, Aziza, as Bipasha is describing, obviously a very strong character. But the same question that we put to Bipasha, why the choice of who is obviously a quintessential Bengali beauty for an essentially Kashmiri role?
I think the character, what she's playing is a very intense character who's battling both internal and external conflicts, and needs to be athletic at the same time. Now that's Bipasha's personality, and it fits in very well with my character Aziza. So it flowed in quite well over there. Also the fact that she was willing to come to Kashmir, give time, understand the culture, read about stuff which very few actresses today want to do.
Right. And Bipasha, I'm sure you have heard Rahul's lavish praise for you. So tell us, what did you do in preparation for Aziza? It must be a very complex role to sort of represent in real life.
We are taking up the cause of the Kashmiri people in this film. So it was very important that we had to play our characters very responsibly. So we had to know all about what's happening, in Kashmir. Though all of us know about it, we generally, take it for granted. The stalemate situation that exists in Kashmir is a kind of stalemate for the rest of us. But what I had to do is I had to understand, what a Kashmiri girl like Aziza would feel, how she would behave. All the people out there are nice, normal people, they also believe in peace. It's just that they have been a little lost and they are hardened by what's going on in Kashmir for the longest time.
You're right when you suggest that, Bipasha, and it's often extremely tough to portray sort of the complex sentiments of black and white in Kashmir. None exists in that state. I'm wondering, when that project was offered to you by Rahul Dholakia, whether you had any apprehensions about taking on this role.